relating it to this Odogu kind of marriage, the husband, who is an Odogu, is the electron donor. So you just be like, this money is in excess. I want to take care of my law. I want to take care of my wife. You know that kind of thing. You know how the kind thing they go now, right? Okay, so he says that I want to take care of my wife, and then the next thing, Alatana Danaza, you know now, Alatana Bayana account to the wife. So, hello guys, your girl Anita here again, also known as Chemsparks. In fact, my students now calls me Chemsparks, and also known as Anilux, depending on the side you want to come from. Okay, so I'm here to gist you people about something that happened today in class. It wasn't something so serious. It just concerns an illustration I used to explain a particular thing I was teaching my students, and that made us to have a good laugh today. Yeah, well, anyways, I always try as much as possible to relate my teaching to things, experiences we have every day, both the one that applies to them as the students and then the one that applies to us as adults that goes out there and interacts with the world every day. Anyway, before I move into what happened today, let me say something about chemical bonding. There was a day I dropped a post saying something about chemical bonding being synonymous to marriage. Yeah. Okay, so this is something so familiar that we can actually relate chemical bonding to. Okay, in chemistry, chemical bonding is a force of attraction between two atoms of an element that leads to either the transfer of electrons or the sharing of electrons that brings about the formation of what chemical compounds. So I was teaching some of my students this one certain time, and then I have to use the context of marriage to explain this topic, to drive it home. And then whenever they remember that, they will always remember what chemical bonding is all about. Okay, so under this chemical bonding, we have three major types of chemical bonding. We have the electrovalent bonding, which is also known as the ionic bonding. We also have the covalent bonding, and then we have the metallic bonding. Then under the covalent bonding, we have the ordinary covalent bonding, and then we have the dative covalent bonding or the dative coordinates covalent bonding. So when I was explaining electrovalent bonding to them, I now said, imagine the type of marriage where the husband is an Odogu and then the wife is an Odogu res. Quite alright. You know, Odogu res, they enjoy, right? The Odogu will just be like, no, ma, don't worry. Let me use the Igbo men to explain this because, see, no jokes. Jokes apart, Igbo men knows how to take care of their wives very well, especially the Odogus. You all know what I'm talking about now, right? So this electrovalent bonding is related to a marriage where the husband that is an Odogu that knows how to take care of the wife very well. So in electrovalent bonding, it involves a complete transfer of electron from one atom of an element, usually the metal, to the non-metal, which is an acceptor. So this, relating it to this Odogu kind of marriage, the husband, who is an Odogu, is the electron donor. So you just be like, this money is in excess. I want to take care of my law. I want to take care of my wife. You know that kind of thing. You know how the kind thing they go now, right? Okay, so he says that I want to take care of my wife, and then the next thing, Alatana Danaza, you know now, Alatana Bayana account to the wife. So the husband cares for the woman, and then he provides, like, there is a complete transfer from the man to the woman. And then the husband is happy doing this, right? And the wife is also happy receiving. There are marriages that are this way, don't get me wrong. There are marriages that are like that, right? Okay, so electrovalent bonding is that type of marriage between atoms where one will say, I don't need these electrons anymore. I really want to be free. I want to be stable. Oh yeah, take these electrons. And when they take it, they come together and they bond. A marriage is established. Okay, so this force of attraction will now be between them, and then they will form a compound. Okay, so that is electrovalent bonding. In electrovalent bonding, there is transfer of electron from one atom, usually the metal, that is the Odogu, to the non-metal, usually the acceptor or the receiver, which is the odogo res. You understand, right? Okay, now coming to covalent bonding. Covalent bonding is the one where there is 50-50. Most marriages, there's 50-50. But then I'm not saying that anyone is wrong or anyone is right. Just know what works for you and do it. I'm not even married, so I don't even know the one I will opt in for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just saying that this is what is obtainable in most marriages. Okay, so covalent bonding is the type of bonding where there is sharing of electrons. Everything is shared. Okay, the electrons are shared, and then they are also happy doing this because when these electrons are shared, a compound is formed, and then both atoms are happy. Okay, they've established that combination, and then this shared electron is now the force of attraction between them. Most homes are like this. Everything is shared. Responsibilities shared between the man and the woman, not just financially but otherwise, other things, other duties that are done in the home. Most marriages also thrive on this, right? Okay, so this one I just explained is for the ordinary covalent bonding where there is 50-50 sharing. Then we have the dative covalent bonding. In this dative covalent bonding, there is still sharing, no? But do you know what is happening? The electron that is being shared is being provided by one of the atoms. Okay, so it is one of the atoms that brings this electron. The other one is completely out of electron, and then the one that has we call it lone pair of electron. This one that has lone pair of electron just be like, oh yeah, don't worry, me, come, I have electron to share with you, don't worry, I'm happy sharing it with you, because yeah, we'll be more stable if I give this to you, right? And then the other one is happy receiving. Most marriages are also like this. Everything is being provided by one person, and then when it's provided, they share it happily, and everybody is good. Okay, so have you seen how chemical bonding relates to marriage? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I will be in the comment section to know what people think about that. And then for my chemistry students, I believe you understand this illustration I just gave about how chemical bonding relates to marriage. If you have any question, remember I'm always here to attend to your questions. And then please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then please, if you've not followed my page, follow my page, share these videos. Please help me share my videos, okay? Help me share my videos. I believe there are people out there that will have one or two things to learn from them. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. Bye.